Hello everybody, it's Dilek with Nokta Macro. Normally, I don't do live at this time, especially on a weekend, but tonight I think I have a good reason to. And before I actually start saying what I want to say, I would like to mention that this is going to be the first time in 13 years of my work at Nokta Macro, okay, that I'm going to be addressing somebody very directly, and I'm also going to be mentioning some brand names. Now, I apologize if some people think that this is wrong, but after you hear what I'm going to say, you may agree, disagree, but I hope you will understand that as Nokta Macro, now we have the right of response, okay, to some of the things that's been going on, okay? Now, tonight, Mr. Calabash Digger posted a video, okay, on his channel. And I am not actually upset with his video or with the things he said in his video, but I'm doing this live because he is now explicitly trying to fool people. And I mean, I'm not upset with his video simply because he's just one guy, okay? And he can only get as big as his followers or his channel. But the fact that now he's trying to fool people with the misinformation and with some of the comments he's making and some of the stuff he's saying, now we have the right to respond. I mean, he's been actually doing this for a few months now. If he has the right to mention my company's name, my product's name, and even my name in his videos, I believe now we have the right of response, okay? So, Mr. Calabash, I am addressing you and whoever is encouraging you, okay? Because I know for a fact that I was told that even the manufacturer swears by you, okay? So listen to this very carefully, okay? I am actually very happy, you know, that you put out that video tonight, okay? Because it just proves to me, okay, how unknowledgeable you are about the technology of metal detectors, okay? So now we're going to look at some of the stuff you mentioned in the video, okay? Number one, you said Nokta Macro is not a leading company in the industry and we just copy competitors and our products are copycats, okay? Now, let's look at the things that you mentioned. Simultaneous multi-frequency. Well, simultaneous multi-frequency, so that you know, has been, okay, around for a long time. Simultaneous multi-frequency, okay, has been used in other detectors and has been used in other industries, if you didn't know, okay? And if we copied, then you know what? All of us copied, so that you know, even the detector you are holding in your hand that you paid $1,600, or sorry, you didn't pay for it, I'm sorry, that customers are paying $1,600 for it, also copied. Then we all copied. That's number one. And let me ask you a question. For you to make these comments, I would like to know your degree in engineering, okay? Do you write codes, electronics, physics, electromagnetics? I mean, what is it? Just because you've been using a metal detector, and I'm not saying you may be good at using a metal detector, you may be an experienced user, okay? Just because you've been using metal detectors for years does not make you an expert, okay? Or does not make you understand technology, okay, of the metal detectors. That's number one. Or just because you wear a white apron and stand in front of a whiteboard and scribble things doesn't make you understand metal detectors technology, okay? So what do you want technology to be, okay? you want technology to be monopolized by a company so they can actually charge premium. I'm sorry, but technology, okay, is shared. Technology is universal, and technology at the end of the day should benefit the end user, period. Okay, that's number one. Number two, now let's talk about, actually this is funny, your other comment. Oh, we mentioned that we're gonna be giving a pitch tone in our next update, right? In the 108. And what does Mr. Calabash say? Oh, see, now they're copying Deus too. And I apologize. I never wanted to do this. I never wanted to mention brand names, but you know what? At this point, I will, okay? So pitch tone. So first I want to tell people what pitch tone is. For those, you know, who don't understand what pitch tone is. Pitch tone is when you actually, you know, go closer to the target, the audio, okay, increases in volume as well as frequency. That's what pitch tone is. Mr. Calabash, do you know that this has been used in many, many detectors, many years? Nokta Makro has been using this in all our previous detectors, if you didn't know. So you actually are making, many people laugh at you tonight. You know, many of your viewers are very entertained with your comment just because pitch tone is given as a setting in the Deus tool. Now that we said we're going to add pitch tone to our detector in 108, we're copying them. How could we copy something that we've been doing for many years now? And I mean, do you think pitch tone is invented by the manufacturer of the Deus tool? I mean, give me a break. Are you kidding me? Pitch tone, okay, we've been using it in all our detectors. Many detectors have been using it in the industry. And just because it's given as a setting in the Deus tool, you make it seem like it's something new. I mean, come on, Calabash. Come on. People are not this fool, okay? That's number one. Number two, do you know why we're adding a pitch tone? If you didn't know, okay? I'm going to show you something now. I want to show you the this group. Check this group out. Do you see this group? Okay, it's called Nokta Macros Legend, the new SMF metal detector knowledge base group, okay? This is a group of 3,400 members. We on this group, as well as other groups and forums, asked people what else they would like to see in the legend. And customers gave their feedbacks to us, okay? And they said, we want to see this, we want to have this setting, we want you to add this, and pitch tone was one of them. Now, you're telling people that Nokta Makro is going to be copying, okay, that detector because of a feature we're adding, because the customers asked for it. You're not fooling anybody, okay? I had pitch tone used in my simplex, not as a setting, but it was part of the, the mode itself, in my cruiser, Amphibio. What are you talking about? Okay? Anyway, so now let's go to the next one. This is getting very entertaining, actually. Now, this guy claims that FeroCheck is a gimmick. Okay, that's what he says. Okay, oh, it's a gimmick, it's a marketing gimmick, it's useless. Mr. Calabash, I know that now that the legend is in the hands of many users and many people are, enjoying the detector and great finds are made and people are putting videos out and people are, talking about the FeroCheck. I know it bothers you. I know it bothers you simply because it works. It was never a gimmick and it just works as it is explained in the manual. Okay, if you use it correctly and if you know what you're expecting out of the FeroCheck, you'll be very happy. But your mission is different. Your mission is to prove that deus 2 is a much more capable detector than the legend, correct? And what does the deus 2 have? A bottle cap rejection, which is not new, okay? Which has been used in other detectors, right? And you say, oh, the Faro check doesn't work, but the bottle cap rejection works. Guess what? Yeah, it works, but guess what? Everything has a give and take in metal detectors. You use that bottle cap rejection, yes, it works, but then again, you risk of losing, okay, non-ferrous targets, because then it starts discriminating and it starts masking, okay? Calabash, stop it, please. You're not fooling anybody, okay? So listen, we understand, okay, that manufacturers may be upset, and we know they are, okay, because even some, customers are upset because they didn't want Legend to succeed. They didn't want Legend. They never expected Legend, okay, to be right. Our first simultaneous multi-frequency detector, Nokta Macro's first simultaneous multi-frequency detector. Many people were thinking, they're not going to get it right. But guess what? We got it right. It's a damn good detector. Did we have issues when we released it? Hell yeah, we did. But your $1,600 detector did as well, okay? Which you never mention, of course, right? Anyhow, listen. $749 MSRP versus $1,600 MSRP. You know what the goal of Nokta Macro is? Okay, so let's look at my competitor. $1,600. I know it's hard. It's hard to justify $1,600, especially in today's world, where the whole world is going through high inflation rates. People are having a hard time. Everything is increasing in price. So it's hard to explain. It's hard to ask for $1,600 for a detector. We wouldn't want to be in your place, okay? But guess what? That's my competitor's decision and choice, okay? Maybe their strategy is to produce less, okay? Sell less, make more. Let me tell you what Nokta Macro's, okay, strategy is. Nokta Macro's strategy is to produce more, to sell more, to reach more people, to employ more people. Okay, we're more than 250 people today, to also help our economy, our exports, and most importantly, you know what it is? To be on the consumer side, okay, to give them the best product at the best price possible. What is it so hard to accept? Okay, I am sorry, but your claims now with all these people using it are not working anymore. I am sorry, okay? And if it's you by yourself, I'm saying this to you. And if there are people behind you who are encouraging you to do these videos, my words also go to them, okay? Sorry guys, we did it. I am sorry. I know my competitors are upset. I know my competitors are worried. I know my competitors don't like it, don't like the fact that we're selling a simultaneous multi-frequency detector that works very well and competes very well with both of my competitors, period. We know this. And guess what? With the updates coming, it's gonna get even better and better, okay? And you just accept this fact, okay? And stop trying to fool people, please, okay? Sorry. Okay, so this is, okay, somebody said, please leave that. I cannot read this. This is a curse, so I cannot read it here. Okay, this is not only about him, so that everybody understands. Okay, this is not only about him. There is more to it. he's encouraged. Okay, so this is a message not to him, but to his supporters, to his encouragers, to people who let him do this. Okay, so this is a message for everybody. Okay, so $1,600, okay, versus $749 MSRP, or the other competitor, okay, 899, 949 versus 749. Guys, I'm sorry, but this is the truth. This is the fact. We are 100% behind the product, behind the claims, and we're not the only ones. Okay, our now users around the world also prove this and say this and support this. Let me just show you something. By the way, if the person who posted this wants me to remove it from this video, I will, because I didn't ask for permission, but I just want to read. This is just a comment, okay, from a user. I'm just going to show you the name of the group. Okay, this is the name of the group. Nokta Makro, the Legend Users Forum. Okay, many people post here, and these people use many different devices. This is one of the hundreds and thousands of messages, okay, that are posted around. Listen to this. I don't know if I should say the name. I hope he's not going to mind this, but I will. Sid Perry was testing the Rutus Atrex on a cut quarter at 6 inches and then old penny at 16 inches. We ran the Deus 2 and Legend over them too. They all got them just about. The Rutus, its menus are far too complex, but it did get them in basic settings. The Deus 2, you could easily miss them, if not in exactly the right settings with certain adjustments. The Legend, in its basic field setting, picked them up really well. Okay, this is the truth. This comes from users. There are so many posts like this. Okay, we know what we have developed. We know what our competitor is about, and this is what I'm telling you. Sorry, Calabash, you're not gonna make anybody believe that your $1,600 detector performs 2 times more or finds 2 times more. You're not fooling anybody. And if there are people encouraging you, my message also goes out to them. Listen, you may wanna, you may want to sell less and make more money. This is not what Nokta Makro is about, okay? Nokta Makro is about customers and trying to please them and be on their side. And this was our promise to our customers from day one, okay? This is what I wanted to say. This is what I want to share. And let me see. You guys did a great job with the Legend. It's the most stable machine that I use from Nokta Makro. Fabio, yes, I know. Okay, you're right. They never mentioned my name, and I never mentioned theirs up until today. And Fabio, I'm sorry. Okay, but somebody has to stand up, okay, for their products. If you think this is unprofessional, okay, you can think so, but Nokta Makro is about being fair, honesty, okay? This is all I'm saying. Somebody going up, okay, on YouTube and telling people that pitch tone, we're gonna copy pitch tone that we used in our detectors that's been in this industry for so many years. I'm sorry. Somebody has to stand up and talk, Fabio. And I'm not the type of person to keep silent, okay, in situations like this. Neither Nokta Makro is, okay? Is there any questions, guys? I think I mentioned everything that I wanted to say. Yeah. Here we go. Another one. I done a test with Sid Perry with a coin at 7 inches. He had the deus. I was using the legend and my signal was a lot better. Dilek, you go girl. This is not about me, guys. This is about Nokta Macro, and this is about you, end users, okay? End users. This is not about even us. This is about you. This is about your rights. This is about you not getting fooled, okay? Okay? And not, you know, be fooled by this mission to take legend down, for Nokta Macro not to succeed, for the legend not to succeed. Too late already, okay? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I apologize if I got maybe some of you upset, but like I said, fairness. It's all about fairness, and it's all about the end users. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. Let me see. Would this be the right time to ask about a pinpoint? No, I mean, you can ask me questions. Pinpointer, we're working on it. Like I mentioned before, I do not want to give any dates, guys. Okay? Please, you know, accept my apologies for this. But even if I give an estimated date, then people take my words and, you know, mention it on other groups and post it on other places and say, oh, you know, they're coming out on this date, like it's a, you know, definite date. So that's why I don't want to give a date. But, you know, this year we're going to be hopefully coming out, hopefully coming out with a pinpointer, a Bluetooth pinpointer that's going to link with the legend. Okay. I'm just waiting on the new update. Okay, the new update, by the way, I can talk about the new update, okay? The new update, guys, we're still working on it because I think we're going to be adding one more thing, one or two more things that I did not mention in my video, okay? So my engineers want to add one more thing to it. That's what they're working on. So please don't rush it. You already have a very good detector in your hand. It's just going to get better, okay? So don't rush it. Give us the time. Let my engineers work on it. Then it's going to be tested by the testers, and then we're going to be releasing it, okay? And the coil, the same thing. We're working on it, okay? Can an update be made for the pulse dive? No, because the pulse dive is not Bluetooth. It doesn't have the Bluetooth module in it, so it's not an update thing. It's, you know, you cannot make it Bluetooth to work with the legend. I'm so sorry. Let me see. Any other questions? Thank you so much. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everything. And Nokta Macro loves you. And have legendary days. Do not pay more for less.